Okay, well, let's, I don't know, let's talk about the special effects in the movie.
Oh,
Visual effects,
wow.
which were also great, in my opinion. Well, I thought they were better than great. I thought they were awesome. But,
Now this speaks, I think, especially loud to me, being that I am not a fan of special effects in films. I've always stated that better editing does not make a better movie. Anybody in Hollywood's listening to me, that would be nice. Knock it off. But anywho, I actually liked the use of special effects in this film, especially, I mean, like, some of the moments were just so great, like this, like, zero gravity fighting and folding a city in half. I mean, it's like, yeah, they had good special effects, but they used it well to accent the story. They didn't just go, hey, look at this, I have effects, so I shall use them.
yeah, I felt the same way. Now that I've seen the film a few more times now, I still love the special effects, but I'll never forget the first time when the city was folding in half, and when when Leonardo DiCaprio and Ellen Page were sitting outside the cafe and everything started flying and bursting and everything. And also the part when they're walking through under, like, that bridge or whatever it is, and she pulls the two mirrors, and it has the effect where it's like 100 of them. To me, when I was sitting in the movie theater, I thought the effects were breathtaking. I was amazed by them. So that's my opinion on the visual effects.
Yep, overall, you know, absolutely spectacular. Like, you know, the special effects went really well with everything. Like, you know, they didn't overdo it like some movies. 2012.
I'm looking at you, Michael Bay.
Fuck you!
Special effects does not make a good movie, but used, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Just properly, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't overused, it wasn't underused, it was used where it was necessary.
Yeah, you know.
Exactly. So, yeah, it just fit in perfectly with just everything else. It just what everything in this film seemed to fall into place pretty well, which makes it so good.
Which made it so hard to write because there's nothing really wrong with the movie. So hard to judge.
Yeah.
With that said, there's not a lot that really stands out amongst itself, which is also what made this very difficult to do. I mean, everything was just so good that it fit so well together that it's hard to judge the pieces individually, and just easier to judge the thing as a whole, which is what I found.
Yeah, it definitely made it a little difficult on us. So, long discussions we had. But, anyway,
moving on.
So now let's move on here. Also, the big hot topic coming out of the movie, everyone that's seen it, was the ending.
Yeah.
So I think we'd like to take some time now to discuss the ending, right? Pretty sure.
There are a couple of points of the ending.
So yeah, there's definitely there's a lot going on in the ending. I'm gonna let this guy take it though.
Well, the only thing that I've really put a lot of deep thought into is the very final scene with the top spinning, and how it sort of wavers from side to side. Of course, the implication being, is any of this real? Is it a dream inside of a dream? Is he alive? What's really going on here? And ultimately, I know everybody coming out of the theater the first time I saw it was going, wait, what? But it actually seemed to make perfect sense to me off the bat. It occurred to me that it's sort of like, it might not have been real, but it was real enough for him. So in the end, all that
So he was still dreaming, though, is what you're saying.
Sort of, yes. But it was... I think the implication is that everything is a dream. And that reality is what we make of it. And that reality is what we truly believe in. And that he believed that enough to make it real. At least that's just what I caught from the ending.
So that's how the top, it's spinning, but it wobbles, but it doesn't quite just fall right over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was real enough for him. It shook his belief so deeply that he was able to change reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was just content with what...
Well, his reality.
Yeah, but he was just content with how it was and how it...
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that statement. I agree the first time you told me that, so... And that's pretty much every time people in discussions, I always bring it up, although I like to bring it up as my own opinion. But,
it has it that it's wrong.
I completely agree, though, so... But the ending was great, though. I liked, all the climax and the suspense and everything, and the scene with Cillian Murphy and the father. I can't remember who plays the father right now.
That was one of the most powerful scenes of the film.
Yeah, when he gets into the safe, and it's the I can't remember what those things are called right now. The
pinwheel?
Yeah, pinwheel. Yeah, the pinwheel there, and he goes for that, and then it's a very emotional scene. I thought, he tells, he thinks that his father was disappointed that in him, you know. So he's like, you know, disappointed that, no, I wasn't you, and he's like, no, I was disappointed that you tried, you know. But it was a very emotional scene, I thought, in the film. It was awesome.
It definitely plays to a deep-seated psychological issue for, like, demanding acceptance from people, but especially your parents. And I thought that was a really well-used theme of the film, actually, because it's something that most people can relate to deep down. I mean, I'm sure everywhere in their core, everybody wants to make their parents happy, you know? And it's just this theme of, can I live up to what they want me to be? And I thought that it was very well used to a great emotional effect, and I actually fought tears a little bit when that scene rolled up.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it was just so powerfully done.
Yeah. But yeah, then from there, and then when Ellen Page and Leonardo DiCaprio, when they have to go into limbo to get Fisher, you know, Cillian Murphy's character, and then they have to get Sato, you know, so then that's when Leonardo DiCaprio has the, you know, the confrontation that's pretty much building through the entire movie with Mal, his wife.
Right.
So, just a great ending overall.
Yeah.
You know, which then leads to, of course, the idea of, you know, eventually being planted, and it was successful, and he's able to come back home and see his children in the ending that we just discussed.
Definitely, the main theme is, you know, belief. What do you believe in? You know.
Yeah.
Maybe the biggest part of the ending, which I was actually thinking about, is, you know, maybe you know, the fact that the little spinner was still spinning is not the important part. Maybe the important part was the fact he wasn't paying, you know, he was reunited with his kid. He wasn't paying attention to it. Maybe because he didn't care, because
I never even
you know,
thought of that.
he didn't care. It was, you know,
Yeah, you didn't care to see.
willing to accept, to believe in whatever was happening then.
Which does tie into also what Jordan was saying. It's just you made a great point, though. That was that was a great point.
He didn't even care if it was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because he was happy with what had gone down. He was happy to see his kids, and he was happy to be what he perceived as being back home now, finally. Right?
Overall, a breathtaking and amazing movie, very thought-provoking.
Yeah, definitely. So
definitely deserves a 9.
If you haven't seen this movie, of course, go out and see it, as was just stated in the review. So see this film. This movie is definitely a film that you need to see.
And with that said, if you have seen the film, pick it up again, because there's a lot you notice later.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a rewatch to pick up on things throughout the movie. That's
Hell, if you own it, walk up to your DVD shelf right now, take it off, and as soon as this video ends, you watch it, because it's worth the watch.
Yes. Join us next time on Media Filter Reviews, when I'll be reviewing The Fighter.
And I'll be reviewing Peacock.
I'll be reviewing Kirby's Epic Yarn for the Nintendo Wii.
And we will be reviewing and discussing the film Black Swan.
Join us next time. We'll see you then.